All right, so real quick, now we're going to look at the clip selection command. This is again really similar to the mask with shape command and the paste inside command, which we'll also look at in this video. So the clip selection command is again kind of like a mask or a window. Okay, this is very similar to mask with shape. And so the example I'll use here is again, you've got this great scenic view, and then you've got the inside wall of your house with a window in it. Well, the wall blocks out the view, but you can still see out the window. Okay, and that's all this is. It's a way to again look through one object at another and build into separate shapes. Okay, so if we look at this, and we can look at a couple of shapes again. We've got the same classic shapes we had before, and we're going to select them again. And so now modify clip selection. So you'll notice this one does not have a shortcut, and it's 2 above mask with shape. So if we clip selection, what happens? Well, the first thing you should notice is that our star kind of disappeared and we're left with our original rectangle. And the big difference from mask with shape is that number one, it's kept all of our colors. Now the star is still manipulatable. I can still move it around inside the inside of our shape. I can still manipulate it, work it into different sizes, and just move it around however I want. But our original rectangle, instead of losing its fill and turning white, keeps its original color. Okay, so that's the first big difference that I want you to notice. The other thing I want you to notice is that while it kept its original color, it also kept its original shape on the bottom. Okay, when we masked with shape, it was the topmost layer that determined our clipping mask or our clipping shape. In this case, it was the bottom layer, so the rectangle, that determined which shape was being used to clip or mask the other selections. So always remember that the clip selection defaults to the bottom object as being the important one, whereas mask with shape defaults to being the top item as the primary, most important piece. So just like with mask with shape, you can in fact change these fills to let you see through them. So once again, clip selection. I can come in here, change this fill from orange to background fill. Oops, not noise, but background fill. And the same thing happens where I can now see through that original shape. So it gives you that same effect as the mask with shape. Okay. Coming down here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at modifier range. We're going to put this rectangle on top. So now if you think about it, if clip selection, if the important shape is the one that's on the bottom, the star is now the bottom layer here. So if I select them both, go to modify clip selection, it's going to use the star as our clipping path. So once again, it kept with our red in the star, it clipped out and selected just the portions of the rectangle that were inside the star. And once again, I can come in here and I can change this fill from red color fill to a background fill and get the same, whoops, get the same value. I grabbed the wrong item. So I can see through the star to the background colors, okay? So overall, when we're talking about the clip selection versus the mask, here's sort of the easy way to think about it. Same exact objects, stars on top, rectangles on bottom. The left one, clip selection. The right one, mask with shape. So this gives you sort of an idea of the default options, what it builds. So once again, clip selection keeps your colors and cares about the bottom shape. Mask with shape loses all of your extra colors and cares about the top shape. Okay. And these are just different ways to sort of cut holes and create compound objects in Gravit and all the other design programs. So the last thing I want to talk about is the last little option called paste inside. And paste inside is just another way to create one of these masks that lets you put one object inside another visibly. So in this case, I'm going to take my star and I'm going to copy it. So edit, select, whoop, wrong buttons. Let's go with edit copy. That's the easier way to do it. So edit copy. Oh, so it wants to, it's telling me that because of security. So I'm just going to press Control C to copy that. Now I'm going to click on my rectangle. Now I'm going to go up to edit and I'm going to go up to paste and I'm going to go paste inside selection. So look what happens right away. It's pasted my star that I had copied to my clipboard right inside the rectangle. And you can tell already that you can't see the pieces that hang outside. So it's, again, another way to create one of these clip selections. And you'll notice it is a clip selection because it has kept your original colors and it cared about the bottom shape, the one that was on the bottom. Okay. And it's another way to put objects inside another one. And one of the things you can think about is if we come back to this original shape, if I were to go ahead and grab, say, just a basic rectangle, I could take this one, I could copy it with Control C, come over here and go Edit, Paste Inside, and look what happens. It's, again, creating that mask around just the piece in there. And I can, again, move that image around independently of the actual shape. So paste inside, again, is another way to put one shape inside another while sort of protecting your colors and your symbols.